Okay, so this is the dog bed. She's never been sitting in the tent before, but it's nice and toasty. Followed this a nice warm fire. So she's just a little nervous. But dogs are very place oriented. So when she sees these boundaries, she sees them like similarly to how we see them, that there are boundaries. There is a on the bed and there is a off of the bed. You don't have to have a raised bed. You could do this with a towel on the ground, a blanket, anything. It's fine as long as there's a boundary that you can teach her to stay here and don't go over there. This is a really nice exercise to do with a dog in the house when there's like calm down time and everybody's sitting around, and just put them on their bed, or when there's excitement time going on and people are coming over and you want her to just go and hang out and stay on the bed, or when you're eating or you're cooking and you want to spend time with her but you don't have the accessibility to actually be doing anything with her, so she could go stay on the bed. When I have a dog in the house, most of the time they are on their bed, and it's just nice because they're there when you need them, or you want their comfort, or you want to comfort them and pet them or give them treats, but then they're not off doing something they're not supposed to do the rest of the time, especially when it comes to a young dog. People do this camping when they go out and they can just have their dog stay put there. It's just really nice. This is also a really great preliminary asset to whoa, because we're talking about staying in one place. So I put my hand out, you stay there. And that's all there is. So the better she gets at this, the better it is. It also gives her something to do, so she's not bored and trying to get into mischief or bored in her kennel. She has to stay here. She has to think about staying here. She has to know that she has to stay here. So this is it's a great exercise. If she comes off of the bed, then you hit the button. So basically the ground is hot and she is safe here. So the ground is lava. If she comes off of the bed, the collar goes on, whether it's vibrate, whether it's stimulation, it goes on until she gets back on the bed. I have my lead over here that if she were to keep coming off and you needed to back up a step, you could always put a lead on her. So if she came off, you can grab her easier, because it's best to take her by a lead than grab her by her collar or physically, because now we're touching. And these are the attention givers. This is where the affection comes from. So anytime you touch her with your hands, she's getting that affection. So we don't want to confuse her by correcting her with affection, because it just doesn't really make any sense. So we would put the lead on her and pull her back. But at this point where she is, if she comes off, I can also I can hit the button on the collar, get in front of her, and push her back with my legs. So if I'm using my body, I can walk into her and she's going to walk out of my way. And whatever direction she went, I can walk into her. When you first practice this at home, it's really easy to put the bed or something in a corner, because then she can't go two ways. She can only go two ways. And it's just practice. It's a nice obedient thing. It's a good thing to get across to her and to help strengthen your guys' bond and your relationship. And that is good. So she comes off, collar goes on until she gets back. Even if the collar's on and she's confused and you do end up having to grab her, and it's this whole thing, just keep the collar on until she gets here. And then once she's on the bed, the collar goes off and she's going to look at you and she's going to say, thank you, I didn't know how to shut that off. And you're going to be like, oh, you're welcome. And it's just, it works well. So the first time you do this and you leave the room, she's going to want to come off the bed. The first time another dog runs by her, she's going to want to come off the bed. And first time you guys are sitting around for a while and then you get up, she's going to think, oh, can I get up too? But all those things are no. She has to stay there. Nothing releases you until I tell you, okay, and you can move. You can give her treats and things when she's on here. She can have a bone. She can do whatever she wants. She could sit, lay, stand, hang out, not barking or whining, those aren't good, but anything else is fine. And you just do that, and you can move around. I'm going to try to walk out of the tents. Stays there. She did. Good girl. Good girl. And it's not something that you really want to go out and be like, okay, how long can I stay outside of the tent before she gets off? Just practice with her succeeding, and then you'll be good. So yeah, that is that bed.